Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the very first, I'm going to call it Let's Stitch. Instead of Stitch With Me and all that other stuff. I like Stitch With Me, but I like to watch video games. Let's Play, let's call it Let's Stitch. No matter. So today we're going to work on my own pattern called Sun Worship. And if it sounds like my voice is a little harsh at times, it's something that has been happening over the last year or so. I don't know why, but my voice is not as smooth as it used to be. But maybe with some practice, maybe with some use, it'll get there. But we got Sun Worship here, and I am 89.08% done with it. I am using Pattern Keeper. So on my little tablet here, this is just a Android knockoff. So it was under $100 when I got it. And so yeah, so I'll kind of walk through as we do this a little bit, but you can see that's how much I have left to do. Yeah, so pretty excited. I'm working on her dress here, her skirt. So we're just gonna zip in here and just kind of, I always set it up so I can see it better. And it's so funny to me because I think the last time I did these Stitch With Me, or Let's Stitches, or whatever you want to call it, last time I did them I didn't have to use glasses, but now I have to use glasses for a lot of stuff. COVID really, it was like the beginning of COVID. It had nothing to do with COVID, it's just that was the time that my age caught up with my eyesight, and there you go. So I hope the lighting is decent enough. We're gonna get started here. Let's see here. I've got to, I was stitching on this last night, and I don't think I totally caught myself up with where I was. So give me just a second here. Just there. Okay. I'm just highlighting here on Pattern Keeper, just double checking where I'm at. Perfect. All right. So first of all, I'll say this. Do not criticize my stitching technique. We all do it differently. Well, you can if you want. That's no big deal. But it's not as, I don't think I'm as precise maybe as I used to be. I don't know why I've gotten like that, but okay, I'm starting and I'm already realizing I've got an issue here. Why do I have an issue? Because I have a missing stitch. Haha! Yeah, that one's supposed to be black, I think, actually. Or do I have it right? 2, 3. Nope, I don't. See, we're going to start with a frog. So I'm missing a black stitch here, which is nice because with Pattern Keeper, you can totally, tell when you are, well, usually you can tell when you make a mistake if you constantly cross-reference as you're doing it. I just find it so much easier to use than paper patterns. I'm going to go back through this whole. So, but just, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Do. So if you're just now catching me, I have been doing videos on YouTube for 6-7 years. Don't know 100%, don't know for sure. I can't remember what year it was, but I used to do Stitch With Me's once a week. I would record a video, talk through it, and then during COVID, I kind of started doing more live Stitch With Me's or Let's Stitch or whatever. And then I progressed to having streams where I would stream on Twitch and stream on YouTube sometimes. And while I do enjoy that, In the past I certainly did, but I just didn't get very much stitching done during those times. And honestly, I have a lot of stitching I got to get done. The more patterns that I have that are completed, the better my stuff looks. And 2020 is also when I started my cross stitch pattern design business. And like I said, this is one of the patterns that I have that I just love. It's so colorful. And so it's something that when I get done, I'll be displaying. It's just like an example of what my patterns look like when they're all stitched up. I'm still in sort of my beginner phase of the business. I have far more patterns than one would expect, but I just love to design. I love to kind of throw stuff out there and just kind of see what people like. So lately I've been more focused on improving the presentation. Improving my presentation, which is huge. And when you're talking about like a physical store, it's what they want to see. So so we'll see. If you can hear the little click, click, clicks around me, I've got 3 dogs currently that are kind of hanging out. The click, click, clicks coming from Binky, who just likes to just putter around. Okay, that looks like, here, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead, I think, oh, nope, I got some more stitches to do down here. Let's see here. Oh man, I have to sit up even straighter than I normally do, which I'm not saying I sit up straight or anything, but I, hold on, right here. Way down here. So sometimes what I'll do, it's kind of a messy, it's a fun, colorful back. Sometimes what I'll do is when I gotta go from like here down here, and it's gonna be a big jump, I'm trying to minimize the number of like super long pieces of floss that are kind of hanging out on the back of the pattern. So sometimes I'll just kind of go ahead and tuck it under a couple things just to not have it be quite so out there. That's just what I do. I mean, I don't park my stitches. I'm way too disorganized for that. Everything would tangle. Mad props to the people who can do the parking where if you see a pattern where you have like somebody has like all these different floss colors hanging off their project and they're able to just pick it up and start on the next color and whatnot. Kudos to those guys. I could not do that. And I'm saying that as just somebody who is eminently not that organized. And so, yeah, kudos to those folks. I'm sure that it's a superior method. However, you got to do what works for you. All right, now I've completely lost my thing here. There's that. Okay, there we are. Nice, happy little stitches. Right. So I got that one and that one. And I think that's... So I'm going to actually go ahead and just tuck this under and tie this off here. Just tuck it under. Give it a little snippet. And then I'm going to pull my pattern keeper over, show you. So I just did these two. So I'm going to take my little highlighter. And because it's just two, I'm just going to swipe through those. Hit my little check. And they get marked in. I'm going to use my little navigator tool up there, pull it down, do the same thing, hit my highlighter. Now on this one, I'm just going to hold down on one of these. I'm going to select all unfinished highlighted stitches in square. Highlights all those. I can hit the X, yep, and then I have this one little one left. I'm going to mark off there. So if I was going to do more of this color, of this 7837, let's see, it is all the way down through here. Let's see, now I could do that, or I could come back here and find out, maybe put some stitches in here. So let me, because I have a handful of floss with me. I normally do all this down in the other room, but if I wanted to fill in number 1, 3607, do I have 3607? Zuzu? We're not helping. Nope, not helping. I don't think I have that with me. Let me see. Nope, nope, nope. Excuse you. It was a very not nice half burp right in my face. Thank you. Let's see here. So now I don't have that right now. That's probably down there. I don't want to get up and go over there and find that. So let's just randomly pick another color. That's 741. Do I have 741? That's 740. Doop, doop, doop. Nope. Doop, 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 doop. Doop, 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 doop. What's this K? What's this K you're talking about? I will get weird at times. I am still weird. Proudly weird. And I don't have that color either. I picked all the colors that I'm not using. Huh? Oh. Oh. Alright, well, let's see what I do have. Let's see here. Let me scroll down over here and just look. Well, I've got... Well, I don't have anything there for that color. Let me pull out another color. What do we got here? We got 831. I can do some 831. Let's push this down there. All right. Now, I don't have everything all pretty. I mean, again, I am the most unorganized stitcher. I should change my name to the disorganized stitcher. Now, a lot of times I'll put them on the little floss bobbins with little numbers and things like that on them that I do, but I haven't done them for everything. I'll get some of these colors and I'll just start using them without putting them on a little bobbin. So, all right. This is what I'm working on here. Just trying to get. I'm doing this 2-ply. 2-ply. Don't bother me. All right, let's put that down. Let's let this thing sit out here and kind of untangle it a little bit. That will help me not get knots. Put this over here. Ah! As I drop it. It's going to take me a bit to get used to doing this too. Now. Oh no. Where did I put the needle? It was on the end of that floss, wasn't it? So where was it? So I do these fun little games called Where's the Needle? Usually I find them with my bare feet because they end up on the floor because, again, disorganized stitcher of the year of the century. This is why I go through needles so fast. Well, gosh, doodly darn it. How did that happen? Is it on my clothes? I swear, it's like my husband always says, oh, I found it. It's amazing how I can always lose my needles. Always. All right. Let me zoom in on, let's see, where shall we start? Let me zoom in up here. All right. All right. So I'm gonna do periodic stitch with me's. Actually, the goal is to actually do like, to show you guys all my to show you all my projects as I'm going. You know, I figure this is a good way to get some of you guys a bit more exposed to the stuff I do. I do have time. I do need to stitch. I do need to publicize my cross stitch. So, there we go. There we go with the answers. Now, if I turn that light on, will that make it better? It gives it more shadows. If I put this up here, that might help. I broke my floor lamp. It broke right off the base, and so it kind of sits crooked in the base now. I'm not really sure how to fix it. I had my husband look at it, and he's not sure how to fix it because it was like it was kind of, I don't know how they had it attached. It just doesn't fit anymore. Oh well. I'll likely do another stitch with me for this one when I'm finishing it up, which will be very soon, because I have a few thousand stitches left and I need to put more effort into this. It's like the time just flies by. And I work on it, but then it's like, well, where did all the time, or not where did all the time go, but like, why, I need more time. I'm missing some yellow. Let me mark this. Quick here. All right. I broke some of these stitch things through there, so when I stitch that part, I'm going to have to make it look good. You know, Will Smith and Men in Black. You know the difference between you and me? I make this look good. Which has no bearing on this conversation because I think you guys are likely doing better stuff than me. But that's okay. We all have our strengths. Just so nice seeing this thing come together and be so pretty. So, so pretty. I'm not going to always show you when I highlight things on, whatchamacallit, Pattern Keeper, just for the sake of time. Alright, so this is another one where I gotta come down here, and my next stitch is there, and I have a bit of space there, and I just don't want that to hang out, so I'm just gonna kind of tuck it, there we go, to keep it a little neater. Pinky's sleeping. Can you hear her snoring? That's how she breathes when she's sleeping. Alright, get a few more further down. Let's see here. Tuck this sort of right here. This is one of the few patterns that I'm actually doing with full cross stitches 2/1. It takes a lot of time to do this. And for somebody who's trying to stitch fast and get things done, that hasn't really been advantageous for me, but there's going to be an insane amount of coverage, and for this piece, if any of my pieces deserve that, it would be this one. Okay. Hear the bird. The bird is still alive. The, I don't know, 13, 14-year-old parakeet or something. Gonna live forever. Gonna live forever. Remember in the old days when I used to do the Stitch With Me's or the live streams, and the bird would just go off at certain points because he just liked to have people talking near him. That was pretty funny. Pretty funny. Where am I? It gets a little weird sometimes because I use my readers to see this, and sometimes I position them in a way that when I turn to look at the pattern keeper thing, I gotta adjust my glasses because I can't see it. It's all fuzzy with my glasses on. Oh, the particular things of getting old. older, not old. Where am I? Right here. Let's see here. So I gotta come down to here. I'm not going to tuck that in. It's a little closer. So I live here in Colorado, outside of Denver, where today I think the high is like, well, in the 70s maybe? We've been having some cool days lately with some rain, which is really nice. Get some of the monsoonal type, which we haven't had the big rains in a while. They used to happen every summer, but there've been summers where we haven't gotten a lot of rain, but lately we've been just getting dumped on, which is fantastic. Let's see, let's go to the left here. That's not much. I'll tuck that in. The other thing that amazes me with some stitchers is their ability to stitch in hand without using a hoop. They just hold the fabric in their hand. That's just incredible to me. That's like a magic trick, or like it's like the equivalent of learning how to juggle or something. That is not for me. But kudos to those that can do it, because it looks so cool. And obviously it's kind of like an older version, like the original, like the old guard, you know, like the OG. That's how they did it in the past. Sounds like a monkey. It sounds like a monkey. All right. Let's see. Oh, I say. Got more. I'll tell you what. Let me cut back this direction because I've got more stitching over here, but I don't have that showing, so I'm not going to do that. Where are we here? Come back up here. And how far away is that? Oh, that's far away enough to tuck something under. Gosh, look how colorful that is on the back. I'm gonna try and squeeze around. You don't have to make it straight to it, as long as it's just tucked under in a couple of spots or in a spot. So even that was a bit, you know, but that's just a function of just how close I am to here. Obviously, if I had moved the hoop, I wouldn't be so tight there. Did I make more of a mess? It's possible. It's quite possible. Change my channel name. The Disorganized Stitcher. There are so many new floss tube channels popping up everywhere. It is nuts. Absolutely nuts. Trying to keep up with some of them, putting them on my mega list of floss tube channels on my website, stitchingjewels.com. I've got 800. Wait, I wrote it down. Where did I write it down at? 800 and it was like 890, or where did I write that down at? 871 floss tube channels on that list. That's incredible. See, my stitches are not perfect. They just kind of are what they are. But the overall look comes together. It's amazing. Down here. Keep an eye on that needle. You'll keep an eye on that needle. Coming along, coming along. Let's see here. Let me look. Let me push this over here. Yep, I can do some more of this. 831. It's so nice and quiet. Super nice and quiet. Ah. Sorry, I'm just having technical difficulties, slightly off camera. Right, let's see, how shall we do this? Well, let's see here. Sometimes I plan out my route. I'll show you. So I'm like, what would be the best plan for going after this? And probably really it's just kind of starting down here, working my way up, and then coming around. I mean, I could also do that. Let's see, I don't have anything else close for that down there. I'm gonna start over here on the right. Zoom it in here. There we go. Whew, let's see here. It's kind of weird doing this again in a sense. I mean, it's been a long time. It's been 2-3 years since I've done one of these. I really want to call it Let's Stitch. I just got to get myself, oh, there goes my, okay, I think I just created a knot in the back. Because I am prone to doing that, my goodness. So, you know, when you're doing your own stitching, you're like, why am I always having problems? And all these amazing people that stitch. I am not amazing. Here we go. Why do they never have issues? Well, we do. Everybody has issues, and some of us have more than others. And I am the queen of issues. Just don't know why I have more than what seems like my fair share. It's just how I go. Hold on. I just got to finagle this. It's all getting torn. All right. Next up, further up. Here. Alright, go here. Got a little bit of turquoise fuzz. Oh, I think it's coming from the other side. Let's pop that out. There we go. All right. Oh, I went for a little walk this morning. I'm having issues with my knees and my legs and trying to get them up and moving. They're just like, no, no, I shall not get up and move. What are you, crazy? I think it's right here. It's just going for forced marches every day. Force myself to march. Just roll out of bed, put on some shoes, go for a walk. Okay, tuck a little bit to make up for the other tuckage that I didn't do. And then I lost my place. I'm up here. All right, there we go. Let me know how the lighting is, how the sound is, how the look is. You know, just let me know the whole thing, because I can't. You know, I feel like it's a little dark, but on the other hand, I also feel like if I put too much light, I'm gonna end up with what's the word? Shadows. Go. And I'm using a hoop on this because it is 2/1 with full cross stitches. If I were using if I were doing a like a half stitch, I could use my nurge or anything else to use, and you'll see all those things. We'll use all those tools and stuff, and you kind of see how it works as we go with different projects as we pop it up here. So we'll pop it up. Get in there. So today is my, I have to look because I can't remember, 6th wedding anniversary. I am so terrible at remembering exactly. I mean, if you guys have been around for a while, you'll understand when I say it's just, I don't even like I'm not counting the years. I'm just living in the moment, and it's just one of those things where, you know, it feels like I can hardly even remember what life was like before, because I'm 50, guys. I am 50, and when you get married in your 40s, it's different. It's different when you've been by yourself your whole life. But he gets off work at around 3 and home by 3:30, and we're gonna go get some awesome Indian food tonight for dinner and take a little stroll, because that's what we used to do all the time when we were dating. Just moving this down. All right, way down here. Oh, actually not that way down. Down towards here. Or have I already done that? I may have already done that. Fill that in. Fill that. It did. I just didn't mark it. Excuse me. Thank you. Oh, allergies. Okay. Okay, it's over here, so I'm gonna tuck. That's a big one to tuck. Let's just meander away. This is I want to say this is a 24, size 24 tapestry needle with a pretty large eye. It's the only time I use 24s is when I'm working on these 18 count. I used to do 14 count. Man, that was big. And I loved 14 count, but I only have so much space to hang these things. So I like to make them, I like to stitch on smaller count fabric so that I can, or is it larger count fabric so that it's smaller. It's so confusing. All right, where am I? Get my glasses. Get my glasses right. Okay. Where am I? Right here. Alrighty. I'm gonna just do a half stitch there and then come down to here and do some stitching down here. I'm just gonna go and do some different patterns here. Oh, I got a big fuzzy hair. Our cat passed away in January, so I don't have any cat hairs on me. We're down to 5 dogs, the parakeet, and my axolotl. If you don't know what an axolotl is, stop what you're doing and go look it up right now. It's spelled AXOLOTL. And yes, it's a real thing. And I've had him for 7 years now. Yeah, I think he's 7 years old. I got him when he was just a teeny little thing. Now he's a big fat thing. And he's doing good. He has a nice big 40-gallon tank that he just meanders around in. Is that a pretty long one? That's not very long. I'll tuck that. Pinky, you sound terrible. What are you doing? Oh, I bet she's like chewing on her foot or something that she does occasionally. That's why she sounds like she can't breathe. Smoker! Dinkers, stop that. She's like, no, I won't. No, I will not stop it. All right, we're going to tie this off. It's good for that color for now. All right. So, can I find another color? Can I find another color? No, that's not the right color. I swear I think I brought over every color that I don't need. It's kind of interesting. Oh, here we go. Let's use some 939. Some navy blue. Alright. It's a lot to stitch with that still. I still have 164 stitches. Inevitably, indubitably. And I don't really have very long floss that I use for this. Primarily it's just for neatness sake. When I'm doing this kind of a project, I find that if I get a really long piece of floss, I will tangle it multiple times. And it just slows you down. Oops, sorry about that. Come back here. Come back here. Alright, let's find a good spot to start. Let's start over here. And I am stitching. I'm stitching a lot slower than I normally would. Trying to keep everything in view of the camera and talking at the same time. I used to have, occasionally I would have someone say, wow, you stitch slow. I was like, well, you try recording and talking and stitching all at the same time. It's hard. Here. Go. Oh, and we still have the bees. We have an interesting season here because harvest is in about 6 weeks or so. We just don't know how much we're gonna have. My husband has been a bit discouraged on just how dry it was during the early time of the year and how he doesn't think that the bees have very much honey production. And my point of view is I feel like every year it's always been like this, that the bloom comes later in the season and the last month is when everything kind of just takes off like crazy. Of course, if we had kept record of things, we would remember this, but neither one of us are great at that. So, where am I? Where am I? So we'll find out. So, I mean, we could have little to no honey, and we could have the same amount we had last year. We just don't know. Okay, just trying to figure out some darn glasses. I should wear the bifocals. Probably not. I don't need bifocals just yet. Hi, Dinkers. Oh, wait, that might be Doogie. That's Doogie. Okay, I gotta highlight because I don't know. Being 939, it blends in with the black, so it gets kind of gets a little trying to figure out where I'm at, you know. Things that make you Let's see, where am I? He's right. Here-ish. There we go. Go 3 across. Whoa. Computer monitor said, wakey, wakey. Eggs and bakey. I had some Raisin Bran. For breakfast. Ooh. Oh, it's good stitching. She will be done soon. I promise. okay. My brain said no. Here we go. Dude, what are you doing? He's looking for like a little hollow where he can stick his head in. He's like a little groundhog. What are you doing, buddy? Oh, yeah, I see what you're doing. You're trying to pull down the sheet so you can lay on it. He's very inconsiderate like that. But I didn't teach him as well as I should have. Gotta highlight where I'm at here because I keep losing my spot. I'm kind of at that point where it's like I have just enough stitch to make it easier to find, but it's also a little harder because I don't have enough stitched. There's like an in-between point where it's actually more difficult to figure out where you're at. But another 200 stitches in this area and I'll be past that, but such is life. Boom. Boom, shakalaka. Right. Yeah, football starting next weekend. First preseason game, which honestly, preseason, nah. I am excited about the fact that the NFL has finally created their own streaming service where you can go on their NFL.com app or website or whatever and sign on. Basically, for like $5 a month, you can watch any live football game in network, outer network, or whatever you want to call it. And that, I mean, that's been a long time coming. They should have done that a long time ago. Sorry, I started talking and I forgot what I was doing. Nope, not there, not there. Up here, up here. Wait. Let's do this. Yeah, while I'm doing this. There we go. Makes it easier to know where I'm at. I'm going to actually do the $10 a month because that way it allows me to watch any game. I can go back and rewatch games, which is great because I used to always watch just like the red zone, which just shows you like the highlights and stuff, and that's a lot of fun. Kind of keeps you going. But honestly, it's like I would like to get back into watching actual full games. And too many players I want to watch and teams I want to follow to just watch a little bit. Did I get that right? There we go. Move this over. Oh boy. Go. Finding the rhythm. Bum, 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 bum. Keep it in there. There we go. Is that? Yeah, that's the right spot. There we go. There is that. It goes here. There's that. And there. There's that. Let's just put these three right here. Go. There we go. All right. Tuck this baby in. Get in there. All right. Highlight. I did here. Cool. Alrighty. Let me show you guys where I'm at. This. So if we look at our, you guys can see that. So I just started stitching on this, and I got 115 stitches done just now in this last hour. Total stitches done 28,973 out of 32,400. I'm 89.42% done, and there is about, let's see, I'm pretty much at 29, so 3,400 and something. Wow, that's a little more than I thought. Man, I need to stitch on this. I'm going to probably continue stitching on this a bit, but thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys got some good stitching done while you were hanging out, and I will see you soon with another Let's Stitch. Make some more progress on this piece, and hopefully we will get her done sooner than later. There's that and that. Where are we? There we go. So yeah. Alrighty. Take a picture of that hot dog. Well, you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.